What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gunfish TV. Back out here on the water today, and I'm on the same small local lake that I was on a couple videos ago. And what happened was I found a bunch of bass out in the middle along the channels, and it's a whole bunch of stumps out here. And basically the fish are setting up on those stumps and they're just sitting there. And when I was dragging the jig by them, they were jumping on it. So came back today hoping to potentially do the same thing, but what I'm hoping for today is to catch an absolute giant. There are some big fish in here. We're definitely going to be going after a 5+ pounder. It is 2 o'clock right now. It's 2:10 actually, so it gets dark at 5:20. I don't have a lot of time to get on them, so we're going to go down the lake and we're just basically going to drop the trolling motor. We're going to look around a little bit. We're going to see if we can find some fish set up like they were, and maybe they'll be reacting to the jig like they were last time we were here. And specifically, it was that finesse jig with that scound bug, that Strike King scound bug and blue crawl for the trailer, and they were absolutely smashing it. So maybe that'll go down today. Maybe it won't. I'm not 100% sure. If we have to do other stuff, we absolutely will. But I would love to catch them on that jig, and I would love to catch an absolute tank. So the goal today, catch a 5+ pounder in about the 3 hours we have to fish. I think we can make it happen. But before we get to fishing, if I could ask a quick favor of you, please hit that subscribe button if you have been enjoying the content. I've worked really hard at this channel to get it growing. And if you would just like, subscribe, tell your friends about the channel, whatever, I really appreciate it. So we're gonna go down the lake, we're gonna get to fishing. Let's see if we can catch a big one. All right, so we're getting up here kind of to where I wanted to start. And basically, if you'll take notice, right here, it's basically no hydrilla. So it gets deeper. The bottom is a lot more solid, and it's not just choked out with hydrilla like it is on the lower end of the lake. So I think that's why these fish, you know, they push out of the hydrilla, they come down here, they have more of a gravel bottom, have stumps. Y'all can see these stumps right here on the side scan. These are individual stumps. And, you know, that's what those fish are sitting on. So water temps, 45.58 degrees, and, you know, not terrible. That's actually a little bit warmer than it was when I was here last time, but we're gonna see if we can catch one. I actually see somebody right here on the left. They're actually fishing right here, but we're gonna pull up. We're gonna start firing some casts on these stumps. Let's see if we can catch a big one. All right. We're gonna pick up the old Mock Crush combo right here. Got 20-pound P-line fluorocarbon, and like I said, that is been the killer right there. That finesse jig, been catching them on that thing. So let's put a little bang crawl on there, a little bit of go juice, and let's see if we can catch us a dang biggin. These fish have just been sitting out here just randomly on stumps, and ooh, we have got to. I just put brand new line on this thing, and I must have loosened it up pretty good last time I fished, because she went flying off of there. Plus it's cold. Y'all know how line does when it's cold. But I literally spooled this reel right before I came here, and she just came all to pieces on me. So we got to get that sorted out. One's probably down there sniffing on my jig right now, looking at it saying, look at that delicious crawdad. Man, I about had to pull all my line off right then. All right, let's get that back in. I did tighten up my spool a little bit. That's a little bit better. Okay. Needs to be tightened up just a little bit more though. But like I said, just out here on the channel, these fish are sitting out here. I can see the stumps out in front of me. Don't see any fish right now, but that doesn't mean they're not out there. Got a couple people right here on the left fishing. They're kind of fishing where I want to be fishing, to be honest with you, but we'll make do. We will make do. So I'm most definitely not seeing a lot of fish on the graph. I'm seeing the stumps and just a very, very, very few fish. I don't know if they've pushed a little further out towards the deeper stuff, you know, back up towards the dam, or what. You know, I did see some here last time I was here in this area, but just not seeing much of anything right now. So we're just kind of like fan casting around, just trying to see if we can get one to fire, but haven't been very successful at it yet. Just, you know, no bites and just not seeing them. They're definitely here. We just got to figure out exactly, you know, where they are and where they're set up. There's one. Oh, one bit it. One bit it, finally. First bite. Oh, he's still down there behind it. It's a good one too, I mean. Might just have to throw to a bunch of stumps. That wasn't even a fish that I saw or anything. I was just working it. And I felt it hop over that stump and felt him bite it. So at least I know one is willing to bite this thing. There's one. Oh, God, I just missed him. I just 100% missed that fish. No good. Got him. Oh, it's a big one, too. That's a big one, too. That might be a 5-pounder. Oh, come here, baby. We got him right in the tip of the lip. We're gonna swing this guy. Get in here, baby. Doggone, that's a big one right there. That's a 4+. That is a 4+. He ain't gonna make 5. But that's a pretty one right there. Man. Just been throwing his jig around and just they have not been reacting good, but I mean, that one hit it on the fall. It's right about 4 pounds. So, got a little bit bigger that we got to get that 5-pounder, but I will take it for the first one. And like I said, got him right on that finesse jig. That has been key for me the last several trips out. So, man, what a pretty fish. There we go. Thank you, girl. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Pretty fish. Literally, those guys had fished around here, I think, with like minnows. They're crappie fishing. And as soon as I came over here and fired a cast, boom, one jumped all over it. Heck yeah. Well, we've had 2 bites in a relatively short period of time. Actually, I had 3 bites because I missed a fish right before that one I caught. May have been the same fish. Not 100% sure, but that's a good sign. Maybe, just maybe, things are going to pick up. But I am seeing a few over here, so that's a good thing. So we're gonna go right here and we're gonna work along this front edge, this drop off. So it comes out and it drops off, a pretty good doggone drop off, down into 10 foot, and right up there is like 4 or 5 foot. It drops off, it's a little shelf. So we're gonna work this jig along this side. It's a lot of stumps out in front of it. Overall, just not seeing a lot of fish. You know, they just gotta be hunkered down on the bottom. Just not seeing them, you know. So we're not gonna sit here and just stare at live scope the whole time and hope that, you know, we see one or two that wants to bite. We're gonna fish along and see if we can kind of figure out what's going on. Definitely not biting, you know, quite as good as they were that, you know, last time I was here. That's for sure. Or they're not on the jig bite as good anyway. So, but there are a few that are willing to react to it. And they're going to be your, overall, they're going to be your bigger fish. So hopefully we can get, you know, one of those sure enough big girls to fire on the jig. All right, well, let's work our way up to the dam. We just are not doing much. Got the dam right up here. We're not doing much in the way of catching, so I'm hoping these fish are going to turn on at some point. My watch is showing that today is not a good day. I have 0 fish highlighted on my watch, so that generally means it's going to be pretty tough. Goes off a moon phase, but I don't know. All right, so we just worked our way up towards the dam, and we're gonna see if we can catch some fish up here. Plenty of stumps up here. You know, maybe we'll be able to kind of pick out some fish a little better up here. I'm actually already seeing a couple fish on some stumps and stuff up here, whereas I was not seeing that back there. So that's definitely a good thing. The water temp is a little bit colder right here. I'm seeing that the water temps are a little bit cooler. They're like just above 44, 45 right in there. So still not like freezing cold, but pretty daggone cold, and they're just going to get colder as we work into the evening. But I'll take it. I'll take it. For right now, we gotta get some more fish to bite. It's just so many stumps out here, and they're so isolated. If the fish get on them, they can just be scattered all over the place. But kind of what I'm seeing is they're right on the drop off. A lot of the fish are kind of sitting right there on the drop off itself. So we're just going to throw our way down, work our way up to the dam on the drop off, and see if we can get us a big one to bite. I think I just threw up there in the hydrilla, I'm pretty sure. Fired that. Oh God, what a bite. Oh, there's one. Oh, that's a nice one. Man, he smoked it when he bit it. That is a nice one right there. God, we just pulled up. I mean, he absolutely choked it. Oh my goodness, that's a 3 3/4 probably. Y'all look at that. I mean, in the gullet. Absolutely gone, choked. Now that is how you want him to bite. That sucker smoked it. That is a doggone pretty one right there. Man, what a beauty. Beautiful fish. Thank you, girl. Man, I mean, just absolutely smoked that jig. Man, threw up there right on that drop off. Wow. That's how you want them to bite it right there. I just threw up there right to that drop off and just popped it out of hydrilla, not looking at anything, you know, on the graph, just gonna work my way down it, and that fish thumped it. Now I got too much hydrilla on here now. It's absolutely coated. Man, that was a good bite. It's like crappie right here. Right here beside the boat. Got him, digging on the little teeny, oh, it's a pike, sucker. I was gonna say on the little teeny 3.25 rage swimmer, but it is a pickerel, son of a gun. Get in here. I saw them fish sitting down there. Oh, Mr. Pickerel. See if we can get us another one. They can't all be pickerel, I don't believe. Guess they could be, but hopefully they're not. Look at that mega group of bass right there. That is a big old group of bass sitting there. See if we can get one of those to bite. Spinnerbait. I mean, that is a big old group of bass. One bit it. Got it. That's a nice one. Get in here. Oh my goodness, that is a darn chunk. That is a chunk right there. Chill out, buddy. He is going wild. God. I can't hold my line. My hand's so slick. Whew, we have fished hard, y'all. Right on the front side of this point. Oh my goodness, I mean, he was absolutely pegged. This ain't a 5. Not a 5, but a daggone nice one. See if we can get this thing out. Right on the other side of that point. That's a solid, probably 2 3/4. Really nice fish. Man, right here on the front side of that point. You talk about beautiful now. This sunset is epic. That kind of like broke the group of fish up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I caught him and he pulled all the fish away. They were sitting suspended up off the bottom, and he cracked that jig. They're not gonna group back up in time to get another one, I'm sure. Man, they probably would have bit the spinnerbait. They were up in like 5 foot of water, just up suspended. I'm gonna throw the jig right out in front here. see if we can get one spinnerbait. There's one. Oh, on the spinnerbait. Yes, baby. Oh, God, my reel. Oh, my reel messed up. I don't know what I got going on here. I hit my handle on my reel. Oh, I hit my button. There we go. Get in here. That's a doggone chunk. There's so much bait up here. It's insane. I mean, it is just a megawatt of bait up here. Thank you, buddy. We're going to let him go. That's number 4 on the spinnerbait off this flat. Oh, man, I hit my my button. Apparently got these gloves on. Can't feel real good. And my spool spun backwards, but I think we got it. Yeah, okay. We didn't make too much of a mess. Good. Come on, babe. Let's get one more so we can get a limit. I know one thing, it is getting chilly. It is getting pretty cold. It's probably mid-40s right now. Somewhere in there, I would say. Might be low 40s. I can see my breath pretty good. Man, what a school of bait right there. Gonna make a couple more casts and that's gonna be it for us. But man, what a beautiful, beautiful afternoon. Just couldn't ask for anything better than that. And like I said, you know, this video is gonna come out after Christmas, so I hope y'all had a good Christmas, safe Christmas with your family and all that. And just what a beautiful day. I mean, you can't be mad about anything when you have a beautiful sunset like that. So we're going to get this cast in and this is going to be it. It's going to be the final one. Maybe a 5-pounder will just slam it right now. But he didn't, and that's fine. That's fine. We had a good afternoon. 4 fish in a little over 3 hours. I'll take it. Gonna get everything situated, strapped down, and we're gonna get back to the house. All right, well, just got back here to the house and ended up having a pretty good day. You know, it was a little tough. I started out deep throwing that jig around on those stumps, looking around, and the fish were really just down at the bottom. They were just sitting on the bottom. You could just barely see them. Dragged that jig by them and they just were not reacting whatsoever. But right there, as it got towards the, you know, nighttime, got low light, those fish really started to get a little bit more active. And I saw those fish push up in the water column right at dark, and they were everywhere. The shad were right under the water. The bass were all up under them. I did end up catching that one on the spinnerbait, and I also saw that big, you know, kind of school of bass on that point, and that's where I caught that 3rd fish on the jig. So didn't do terrible. It was a beautiful, beautiful sunset. You know, can't complain about that one bit. Didn't get the 5-pounder I wanted, but that's okay. But I appreciate y'all watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time on Gunfish TV.